Biology, Chapter 15, Biodiversity and Conservation of Class 12. Loss of biodiversity. The colonization of tropical Pacific islands by human beings has led to the extinction of more than 2000 species of native birds. The IUCN Rare List 2004 documents the extinction of 784 species in the last 500 years that include 359 invertebrates, 338 vertebrates and 87 plants. Some of the animals that have become extinct recently include Steller sea cow of Russia, dodo of Mauritius, Thylacia of Australia, quagga of Africa, three subspecies of Bali, Java, Casparian of tigers. 27 species have been extinct in last 20 years. More than 15,500 species worldwide are facing threat including 12% of bird species, 23% of all mammal species, 32% of all amphibian species and 31% gymnosperm species. The record shows that extinction across taxa are now random. Some groups like amphibians appear to be more vulnerable to extinction. Before humans appear on Earth, there have been 5 episodes of mass extinction, that is, loss of large number of species in a short term, and 6 extinction presently in process. The current rate of species extinction is 100 to 1000 times faster than the pre-human times, and our activities are responsible for faster rate. Consequences of loss of biodiversity. Loss of biodiversity in a region can lead to the following: decline in plant production, lower resistance to environmental perturbation, increased variability in ecosystem process like water use, pest or disease cycle, plant productivity, etc. Causes of biodiversity losses. The accelerated rate of species extinctions are largely due to human activities. There are 4 major causes called the evil quadrant of biodiversity losses. These are habitat loss and fragmentation, overexploitation, alien species invasion, and coexistence. Habitat loss and fragmentation. It is the most important cause of extinction. Example, the tropic rainforest once covering 14% of the land surface of Earth, but now they cover only 6% of the land area. The Amazon rainforest, called the lungs of planet, are cleared for cultivating of soybeans and or converted into grasslands for raising beef cattle. The loss of habitat deprives many animals and plants their homes and their face extinction. Degradation of many habitat by pollution threatens the survival of many species. When a large habitat is broken up into fragments, the population of mammals and birds with migratory habitat or requiring large territories are badly affected. Overexploitation. When need turns to greed, it leads to over exploitation of natural resources. Many species become extinct. Example, Steller sea cow, passenger pigeon. Many marine fishes become extinct due to over-exploitation by humans. Presently, many marine fishes population over the world over-harvested, which is endangering the extinctions of several commercially important species. Alien species invasion. When alien species are introduced in an area, some of them become invasion and may cause extinctions of indigenous species. Example for alien species invasion: introduction of Nile perch. into Lake Victoria, present in East Africa, caused extinction of more than 200 species of chelid fish in the lake. Another example of alien species invention is invasive weed species such as Parthenium, which is known as the carrot grass, Lantana and Iconia, water hyacinth, causing environmental damage and posing threat to our native species. The illegal introduction of the African catfish, Claria caripinus, for aquaculture purpose is posing threat to the indigenous catfishes in our river. Coexistence. When a species becomes extinct, the plant and animal species associated with it also become extinct. Example, when a host fish becomes extinct, its unique parasites also become extinct. Similarly, when one partner of a co-evolved pollinator mutualism becomes extinct, the other partner also have the same fate. Biodiversity conservation. Reasons for conservation of biodiversity are narrowly utilitarian reasons, broadly utilitarian, or ethical reasons. Narrowly utilitarian arguments or reasons. These are obvious reasons. Human beings derive countless direct economic benefit from nature, such as food, as cereals, pulses, fruits, firewood, fiber, construction material, industrial products such as tannins, lubricants, dyes, resins, perfumes, and products of medical importance. More than 25% of the drugs are derived from plants and about 25,000 species of plants are used by native people as traditional medicine. Now more and more resources are put into bioprospecting, that is exploring molecular genetic and species level diversity for products of economic importance to know the economic use of the plants. Broadly utilitarian arguments. Biodiversity play a major role in many ecosystem services provided by the nature. These include production of oxygen, that is Amazon forest produce 20% of the total oxygen in the earth's atmosphere through photosynthesis. Pollination of plants through bees, bumblebees, birds and bats, without which they cannot give us fruit and seeds. Aesthetic pleasure of walking through thick woods, watching spring flowers in full bloom, waking up to a bulbul song in the morning, etc. Ethical arguments. Every species has an intrinsic value, even if it may not be of current economic value to us. We have a moral duty to care for their well-being and pass on the biological legacy in a good order to future generations. Conservation of biodiversity. There are two approaches for conservation of biodiversity. In situ conservation, which is also known as on-site conservation, and another is ex situ conservation, which is called off-site conservation. In situ conservation. When we conserve and protect the whole ecosystem, the biodiversity at all levels is protected. Example, we save the entire forest to save the tiger. This approach is called in situ on-site conservation. Faced with the conflict between development and conservation, many nations find it unrealistic and economically not feasible to conserve all their biological wealth. The conservationists have identified for maximum protection certain region called biodiversity hotspot with a high level of species richness and high degree of endemism, that is species confined to that region and not found anywhere else. Out of 34 hotspots of biodiversity in world, 3 are in India. that is Western Ghat and Sri Lanka, Indo-Burma and Himalayas. Biodiversity hotspots cover less than 2% of the Earth's land area. They harbor extremely high number of species and strict protection of these hotspots could reduce the ongoing mass extinction by almost 30%. In India, ecological unique and biodiversity rich regions are legally protected as biosphere reserves, national parks, wildlife sanctuary and sacred groves. Strictly reserved for the welfare of wildlife where private ownership, cultivation, grazing, etc. are prohibited. For example, Evacuum National Park in Kerala, which is present in Munnar. Sanctuaries. Here, protection is given only to the animals. Collection of timbers, minor forest products and private ownership are allowed so long as they do not harm the animals. Example, Periyar Wildlife Sanctuary in Kerala. At present, India has 448 wildlife sanctuaries. Biosphere Reserve. Area of land or coastal ecosystem for conservation and sustainable uses. These are large tracts of protected land with multiple use preserving the genetic diversity of representative ecosystem by protecting wildlife, traditional lifestyle of the tribal and varied plant and animal genetic resources. A biosphere reserve consists of three zones. Core or natural zone consists of an undistributed and legally protected ecosystem. Second is buffer zone surrounds the core area and is managed to accommodate a greater variety of resource use strategies, research and education. Third is traditional zone or manipulation zone, outermost peripheral part where cooperation is present between reserve management and local people for activities like settlement, cropping, forestry, recreation and other economic uses without disturbing ecosystem. India now has 14 biosphere reserves. Alien species invasion. When alien species are introduced in an area, some of them become invasion and may cause extinctions of indigenous species. Ex situ conservation. When there are situations where an animal or plant endangered or threatened and needed urgent measures to save it from extinction. It needs ex situ off situ conservation. The threatened animals and plants are taken out from their natural habitat and placed in special setting where they can be protected and given special care. Botanical garden, zoological park and wildlife safari parks serve their purposes. The gametes of threatened species are preserved in viable and fertile conditions using cryopreservative technique. Commercially important plants can be kept for longer period using tissue culture method or in seed bank. Hotspots. These are the regions with very high species richness, high degree of endemism, species confined only to a specific region, but most threatened. There are 34 hotspots in the world. Three hotspots cover India's biodiversity region, Western Ghat and Sri Lanka, Indo-Burma and Himalaya. Here is Western Ghat region of India. Indo-Burma hotspot. The threatened animals and plants are taken out from their natural habitat and placed in special setting where they can be protected and given special care. Botanical garden, zoological park and wildlife safari. International efforts for biodiversity conservation. The Earth Summits. It was the historic convention on biological diversity held in Rio de Janeiro in 1992. It called upon all the nations to take appropriate measures for conservation of biodiversity and sustainable utilization of benefit of biodiversity. Also for sharing of benefits arising from genetic resources. The World Summit. It was held in 2002 in Johannesburg, South Africa. 190 countries pledged their commitment to achieve a significant reduction in the current rate of biodiversity loss at global, regional and local level by 2010. Thank you.